welcome everybody to today's Entrepreneurship Impact session. Today's evening session. So we are very lucky to have Vivian share with us her journey of entrepreneurship today. So I believe that a lot of people know who Vivian is, but you all might know her as having a Coach B, which is her son, teaching us a very interesting fitness session sometimes. I saw some of the videos that Coach B actually conducts. Some of you might know Vivian as a marathon runner. I can't understand how she's able to wake up every day at 6 a.m. to do her run. I can't
do that. 5 a.m.
5 a.m. Yeah, that's crazier. Not just that. Yeah, not just that. I think she actually manages her family as well as being an entrepreneur very well. So definitely for people like her calibers and her abilities, we are all very curious about how she's able to manage it. Because I was looking at my own family, my mom to be more exact. She's holding a job, she's taking care of kids, but she's unable to manage as an entrepreneur because of all the commitment that she's doing. But for Vivian, she's doing everything the same, yet she's able to go through entrepreneurship. I think this is something very impressive, and this is something that all of us would like to know today. So I think I have still her stage strong enough to pass the mic to her. Not really mic, but the attention and spotlight to her for her to share with us more. So Vivian, please.
Okay, thank you, Charles. Actually, I'm just an ordinary mom, so to speak, who actually embark on this entrepreneurship at such a late age, I guess. And it is actually quite a struggle for me to actually embark on this entrepreneurship since last year. Having to undergo a lot of happenings around me, whether is it personal, especially it's a personal one. And I think my main motivation is my son, Bennett. He's my main motivation, and he actually taught me a lot of things, especially during this COVID session. We actually go through a lot of stuff together as a mom and a child. He taught me about what is love and what is a passion, what passion is all about, to actually do something that he really likes to do. And I wanted to do something for him. That is why I actually set up at Learning Junior, which is something which I think we can work together with him. And I really wish that he can build his own self-confidence by slowly opening up his inner self, because currently he's very dependent on me. So I hope that this dependence will slowly turns into an independent stage and followed by the interdependent stage as he grows up. So I think, having said that, I think most parents will be wondering, how am I supposed to do that? Because a lot of parents actually nowadays in our century, we're actually wondering, we're actually following what other people is going to do, like what the society is. Maybe it's more academically. We need to score A's. We need to enter maybe ACS in order to actually embark into a very good journey. But for me, I just let him be. Who is he? And if you guys knows about his condition, he's actually a special needs child. So he has mild autism. And I really spend most of my time in his early stage on him to build up his character, and also most importantly to build up his self-confidence. because I want him to be able to relate himself to other people, so that other people can see him as he himself rather than being dependent on me in future, because one day I won't be around. So I hope that this at this current stage, whatever I do, I can able to pass on to him, and he can actually build up his own entrepreneurship in future. I know this is what I'm actually going through all this with him, so that he can really knows that besides like academically he's okay, and I also want to build up his self-confidence and life skill. And because I find that life skill is particularly very important in our century, especially at least during this time, that I find that a lot of children actually doesn't really understand what they're actually going through. They are basically going through whatever their parents are asking them to go through. Even you can ask them, do you know how to cook? Or can you actually, you know what you actually want? They can't really answer you these questions, because they just follow whatever their parents are actually telling them. So I'm just trying to do my best as a parent to hopefully to how to say, slowly discover their abilities, and able to let them shine as their own, rather than focusing on academically only itself, because academic is you can actually it won't be with you forever.
My friend.
Is someone talking? Yeah. So I know. Any questions?
I feel more importantly, we would like to know how you decide on entrepreneurship. Definitely, you shared about your son being your motivation to lead you where you are. But most moms, to be honest, I doubt they have this confidence and also this decision to step out of their comfort zone. Because you are right that all of us, since we are young, we are programmed to study hard and find a good job. So some of our moms, they take care of us differently. They will believe that the harder that they work, the more overtime that they work, they will be able to feed us, maybe give us a better future. For yourself, you take a slightly different path, something that is much more courageous to step into entrepreneurship. So probably you can share with us the more reasons or certain incidents or events that happened that made you really step into this entrepreneurship, or to summarize more of the reason why you want to take up entrepreneurship?
Actually, for this entrepreneurship, I really do all my best for my son, and hopefully we can actually build this entrepreneurship together, to let him know that it's actually not easy, and it's not impossible for him to be an entrepreneur. And life skill is always part of our life. It's very, very important, and it will follow us throughout the whole journey in our life. So with me starting up this learning junior is also part of wanting to teach other children as well as their parents, that besides actually looking through academic results, we also need to focus on their life skills, because life skill is something that is really very important to the children, and also we must not forget that it's also part of their life as well. And my passion for children is always there since day one when he was born. I really love children, and I hope that we can actually as a parent, to follow our, besides following our dreams, we also must let the children follow their own dreams and discover their abilities rather than focusing on their disabilities. We need to actually focus on what they actually likes, and help them to open up their inner self. And you never know what is the end results in near future, because all this stuff takes time to discover, and it's not an overnight thing. It really takes a lot of constant exposure for the children to really know about themselves really well. And yeah, that's really part of my mission to actually start up this learning junior. And I hope that this learning junior will actually, together with other parents, we can actually work things out together to help more children to realize their dreams rather than we actually focusing on only academic skills. Yeah.
I definitely agree about this point because I was brought up under the academic journey. So since young, I mean most children were brought up in the same journey to get good grades for a good future. But of course, after going through entrepreneurship, you know that life skill is much more important than just good grades. I think, yeah. So one thing that we would like to know is, I think this is something that all of us know. COVID-19 is a common topic that all of us will hear about. The news, the medias, our social media, our friends. First question they will always ask is, how's COVID-19? So I think I would like to ask you not about how COVID-19 is, but more to how are you coping this COVID-19 now that I mean your children is at home, you're trying to balance working as a.
Actually, I enjoy COVID-19 a lot.
Okay. Why is that so?
For those those who know me very well, that I'm actually enjoying my COVID-19. I actually done a lot of experiments on him. Don't tell him, it's only experiment. Actually having fun with him on so-called YouTuber, being a YouTuber. So I actually have come up with silly ideas like, oh, why don't we do exercise videos, science experiments, or even cooking show. I want to see how he actually perform in a way during the live videoing, and also how he actually speak in front of camera. And to out of my expectations, he actually done very well. He has performed something which is out of my expectation. To me, as a mom, I won't be able to do that. I mean, I'm a very introvert person. I'm a very, very camera shy person. Tony, you know, right? I'm already a very, very shy person. So if you ever actually ask me to speak in front of the camera, to demonstrate some things in front of the camera, I wouldn't be able to do that overnight. But I'm so surprised that he can do it so naturally without me being. There's no how do I say? We didn't really do any pre-arrangement or all this. I will just come by and say, hey, why not tomorrow we do some science experiments? I say, okay, fine. That's how we actually communicate with each other, and this COVID situation actually bonds us even stronger, and it allows me to understand him even better. And this is also part of my job, whether is it an entrepreneur, whether is it a parent, and or counselor to most of the parents out there, because I have parents that following me and asking me for advice on how to coach their children on certain issues they're actually facing. So, and this COVID situation really helps me a lot in also building my own inner self, and realize that I can actually do this stuff with my children, with other parents. I can actually reach out my hand to more people which is in need for such a situation right now, especially during the lockdown, and you have to really face the children every day. So it really gives me a tick of my mind that I can actually do further more things with this entrepreneurship with the children as well. So I'm actually working on something different, a project to actually embark entrepreneurship with the children. So when it's ready, I will definitely release to the public.
We are definitely looking forward to it. However, just being curious, when COVID-19 first started, did it occur to you to do this with your son? Or how was it like when COVID-19 first started? Was there a culture shock? Are you able to adapt to it before it eventually lead to this? How was it like when you first realized that, hey, now everybody has to stay at home, my son will be at home, I have to do the work with him. How was it like initially before it reached to this point?
Initially, I was actually very scared. I was so scared of boredom. Yeah, I'm a quite hyperactive person. So it's like I was thinking, oh my god, I have to stay with him in the room for the whole day and doing nothing besides the HBL homework, which is already it's already very painful for him to be doing on whole day, looking at the screen, doing all the homework stuff, tuitions, everything. And I think after 1 or 2 weeks later, I realized that actually I can do something else with him. Maybe we can do something else together. And I start to ask him, what, Bernard, what do you want to do? I'm so bored. Are you bored? I said, yes. And why don't we do something? So he told me that he wanted to be a YouTuber. And what is YouTuber? I was wondering. Because I have really never stepped into I have never really been so, how to say, into YouTubing for a while. And I realized that, actually, not bad, huh? YouTube. Yeah, okay, fine. Why don't we just record a few stuff on YouTube? Maybe something healthy for other people to feel to enjoy. So that's how we actually embark on exercising because I love to exercise. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we start to bond with each other and realize that it's also a very good bonding with each other as well. So you can hear him singing. He loves to sing. He just loves to sing, especially at night. And initially, I was quite irritated. I was like, why is he keep singing? It's so annoying, so irritating. Then I realized that after much observation on him, it's actually a calming effect for him to actually sing loud to calm himself down when he's very depressed, when he's very upset. Of course, now he's not upset lah. He's very excited. So it's also part of the cooling effect for him because he's autistic. So all these things that is happening during the COVID situation allows me to have more time to observe what's going on. And I think it's pretty good for me as a parent and to understand what actually I want for him and also for my my learning junior as well. Volume 1, thank you.
We all know that mom's love is magnanimous, very huge, way beyond what we can comprehend. So I believe Vivian's sharing regarding her son let us feel how much love he has for her son. And this is something that is very unexplainable. But I believe that we all feel what she felt for her son. And this is her driving force for her to propel forward. Definitely during this period of time, COVID-19 situation, it is not easy for most of us to adapt. But I believe that Vivian adapted very well of how she's making her son, or what she called Coach B, going to be the next YouTube star. Yeah. So I actually have a very curious question. I don't know whether you're alright if I ask this. Earlier you mentioned that not very young anymore. But of course, looks can be deceiving. You don't know how young you are. Lah. So I believe some of us would like to know how young you are really are. So that we can understand.
For Singaporeans, I already received my elder shield. So you can roughly know how young I am. I'm born in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, I'm already above 40.
I know Vivian's age, just that I don't think it's nice to reveal her age. Yeah, but for herself, despite her age, she's still doing entrepreneurship, starting entrepreneurship. I think that is very remarkable for herself. Lah.
I'm still learning from many people, like for yourself, Charles. I'm still learning a lot of things from you.
Nothing much to learn from me.
Yes. And of course, Tony. He's a wonderful coach, and he has been always there to guide me whenever my morale is really low. And yeah, I'm sure that those people who actually sat in here will actually agree with me. He's really a good coach for us. And I really want to hereby thank him for the things that he actually helped me to go through together. And because last year was a bad year. I dissolved SM Playdate because the first startup was SM Playdate. If for those who knows me, and after which because of some situations, I dissolved SM Playdate and we actually start up Learning Junior together. And we realized that I wanted to go out and do more stuff for the children besides being doing specialist or my specialist specialties. I also wish to help out in more other children as well to let them know that besides academically, you also need to understand your own children. It's very important that parents must understand the children. We cannot just based on whatever we think from other people that we must do this in order to fulfill the society needs. But we also need to understand what they actually needs as well as a child. They also needs a parent's understanding. Right, Bennett? He's marching in front of me right now.
That's very cute.
Oh, say hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hey.
Coach B.
He wants to talk.
Okay. Hi, Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone. I hope you have heard a lot of details from my mother. Okay. Hope you guys have heard a lot of details about my mother. Okay. Does anyone have a comment to say? Type on the chat box, please. Now. No need to say, just type on the chat box. I can. Then I will see.
Type on the chat box. That's what Coach B.
If there's any comments.
Anyone has questions or comments? Yeah, for Coach B. Anything to ask him?
Let me see this chat.
Okay, I'll just start the first question then. Okay, so how do you feel your mom is working to these learning juniors, and you know that your mom is doing it for you or not? Yeah.
Yes, of course. Why not?
How do you feel?
I like my mother too much already.
Okay. So what do you want learning juniors to be next time? Like maybe after you grow up, then what you want learning juniors to be?
I don't know. I'm still thinking.
Okay, maybe now let your mom answer this question.
I'll give it to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach B.
Yeah.
What's your question?
No, I say in maybe 5 years time or yet yeah. So what you want learning juniors to be?
You mean what sorry, there's a lag.
Yeah. So what
So
you
you
want
mean-
what you want learning juniors to be in 5 years time?
My vision for learning junior is actually very, very simple. I really want to help reach out to all the kids in Singapore or throughout the world, that they can actually realize their dreams, and hopefully they can actually embark also on entrepreneur, to become an entrepreneur in future.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, I think just now was an impromptu session by Coach B himself. So I think we are very honored to have met Vivian's son. That was Bernard, in case you don't know him. Yeah, so of course, Vivian, do you have anything more to share with us before we open the Q&A round?
No.
Okay, so we can actually open to the floor for people that has questions to ask about Vivian. Feel free to ask. You can unmute yourself and just ask.
I have a question. Hi, Vivian. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Jason. So, my question is, what inspired you to have the ideas of entrepreneurship to equip the knowledge to your son, Bennett?
What inspired me?
What inspired you? Is it because of those ideas or because of Tony?
I would say is that as I look around throughout the years, and I have been working in corporate world for corporate ladders for years also, and I realized that sometimes it's not that something that I wanted to do. It's just that I don't have a choice. I need a living, so I need to continue working in my corporate environment for so long. Of course, it really helps me in a lot of things, like maybe communication skills, presentation skills. Because I was also a trainer for the corporate society as well, and all these actually made me feel that I think I wanted to do something different. As soon as I realized that he needs something different from me, I wanted to actually spend more time on him, to let him understands that what I'm doing. Because every time when I come back home, you are asking me, "Mommy, what are you doing today? Why do you need to work? Why are you always so late back home?" It's kind of always why, so many whys. And even though when I explain to him, he really doesn't really understand because he's still very, very young. And I wanted to really be with him. And after I met Tony really gives me a lot of ideas. So we actually worked together and realized that actually I really can do something different to embark on this entrepreneurship for him, so that in future he can actually use this platform for himself as well. That's how I actually inspire myself to really move on from this stepping stone onwards, to do something different for myself as well. Hopefully one day I can do something really remarkable for him.
Oh, that's really cool. Because normally those working people, they usually will coach their son or daughters in order to be a successful person, right? Uh, because it's like opposite. Instead of that, is mom who coach their son. means monitor them from small, means raise them properly.
Mm-hmm.
That's really great.
I think it depends on how you define success. So there's many definitions for a parent to define success. You can be very successful in earning a lot of money, but do you really understand what success is all about? For me, he's still young, so success to me is more on building his character and to help him to build his own foundation strong enough for him to really shine and expose himself to more stuff so that he actually knows more about himself and able to carry himself in a as he really grow up in future, he will know what he wants to do rather than I'm telling him, hey, you should actually study coding, you know, oh, you actually should study accounting. I don't want this to happen. I want him to really think for himself what he actually wants in future, so that he actually open up his mind to focus and to get what he wants. That's what I want him to do. That's what I want from him as well. Rather than I will tell him you do this, do this, do this. No, I don't want this to happen. I want him to be proactive to what he wants to do, and so that he will actually achieve it by himself and feeling proud of himself as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I really amazed your from how you monitor your sons. Yeah.
Actually, I don't really monitor.
Is you like giving talks or what?
Yeah, I'm always very honest and to him whatever he's doing, and I will always tell him that actually your mommy also cannot study one.
Because every
Not very true.
yeah. Once I believe every child they have their own story.
Yeah.
How they step out to the world slowly, little by little.
Correct.
Yeah. This is how they build their.
I was actually a person during my young days. I really cannot study. I failed from primary 1 all the way to primary 6, and none of the teachers or the tutors actually likes me.
Oh, I see.
I think the only time when I start to think about what I want is during my secondary school stage. That's how I actually jump from a lower level person to someone who is of a certain level of confidence when I step into my secondary, poly, and universities. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason.
Did I
Any more
answer your
questions?
questions? I hope I answered your questions.
Yeah.
Although I'm always laughing.
Much, Jason. I think we also have a question from one of the participants, from Regina. Her headphone is not working, so she can't ask the question. But she would like to ask, how does your son cope with COVID-19? Or during this period of time, how is your son coping with it? Am I right, Regina? Is that the question that you want to ask? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she can't answer because her headphone is spoiled.
Yeah, I saw
How does your
her.
son cope with it?
Initially, he was pretty excited for the first few weeks because of the something which is new, and he can sleep until 8 a.m. every day. No need to wake up 5 a.m. for the school bus, and he's enjoying his HBL only for the first few weeks, and subsequently he this kind of passion actually dies off. Say, oh my God, mommy, I'm so bored. What can I do? That's the triggering point on me. That's how we actually started all the YouTubing, all the live show. Because he said he's so bored, he doesn't know what to do. And after which, I think he's quite okay. Sorry, he's singing.
Yeah, maybe I got one
No worries.
question. I got one question here. So maybe you would just tell, maybe you can elaborate when the start of when your business creation, right, correct, until now, right,
Mm-hmm.
correct. So which moment is the most difficult to do, and which moment is the most deep impression of your entrepreneurship journey so far?
Deep impression.
Yeah.
Actually, all the happenings around me actually creates a deep impression on me. Whatever all the happenings and what's going on, whether is it happy one or the sad one, it actually creates a very create a memory in me. Whether I don't know, maybe because I have very good memory. That's how I study chemistry.
It's a very difficult subject to study.
It's fun, you know.
No, maybe I reparagraph my questions. Maybe which moment is the most difficult moment, or do you face any difficult moment throughout your whole journey in the learning juniors? Maybe.
Difficult moments.
Yeah.
My difficult moments will be somehow when I try to. I wanted to do something for the children, but sometimes can't find the direction right. I'm trying to find some directions right for my business to flow. And of course, all business have their downtime, and I also have my own downtime as well. So there's some moments whereby I can't really find what I want to do. That's what I can do, and I'm so lost. I lost my direction. I was so lost, and I just like I need someone to help me to redirect me to the end point again. And of course, fortunately, Tony was there to guide me again, to keep telling me, your child, you love children so much. You should focus on this area. Maybe we should do something for them, create activities for them, and also to leverage on their abilities. And really, really, really thank him for all this.
Okay, I got no question since you answered this way.
Thank you, Tony. If Quintus has question, would you like to ask your question?
Cannot hear again.
Yeah, currently he's on mute. Yeah, currently you're on mute, so you can unmute yourself.
I already unmute him.
Okay.
I think I saw his questions, right?
Yeah, so maybe
I saw
I'll
his
ask
question.
Quintus on his behalf. Probably his headphone might not be working. He mentioned that you're a wonderful mother, which we all agree. The world can be quite cruel, and sometimes how how do you train him to deal with negativity? I think that's the question that he would like to ask.
Train him on his negativity. Yeah.
Is that right, Quintus?
To be honest, let me think of your question. It's a very tough question. Why are you asking me such a tough question? I think it's somehow just how to say. I will always use my experience based on what I have been through, and I will actually explain to him the reality of life. And I didn't want to. I never like storytelling, so to speak. I always tell him the truth. For example, recently he was very upset with problem sum, maths problem sums. He was telling me that he doesn't want to have maths anymore in his life. He said he hates maths. Then the negativity starts to pop in his mind. So while he's actually sleeping, during the bedtime, I actually have a talk with him. I told him that this is part and parcel of our life, and we can't avoid maths as a subject in our be it in primary school, secondary schools, because it's something that we need to know. It's a knowledge that we need to know, and you need to know how to control yourself. You need to know how to relate yourself very well, because you cannot, because of something that you don't like and you actually being so frustrated, and you just put it one side. This is not the way that is going to be. Yes, I know. He said he knows why maths is so important. So I was just telling him then that night that, sorry,
Sorry.
I was just telling him that what I have been through last time, that even though I didn't do very well in my results, seriously, I didn't do very well in my results, but I still managed to pull through the things that is happening around me, and we just need to accept what it is, and perhaps we can actually create something out of it, because you will never know that maybe this subject is going to help you in the future. It can help you, whether it's in science that you really love. It can help you in maybe in exercising, because counting calories also involved in maths. So all this stuff, we just need to accept it, accept the reality in life, basically, and move on with it, because we can't change anything. What we can do is to do something for ourselves in future. That's how I actually, most of the time, that's how I actually teach him on how to move away from negativity. Yeah.
Because do you have any more questions to ask regarding the negativity? How Vivian coach her son to deal with negativity? I think he's typing, so we can wait a while before he type finish.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. I think that's a very wonderful way of teaching your son how to deal with negativity. Some parents, they just sugarcoat their words or find shortcuts or ways to deal with their children negativity to cover it up so that it is faster. But definitely long term wise, there's a lot of consequences when their children discover the truth or realize that no, sugarcoating is not truthful. And I believe that it takes courage to share with your son the truth, the harsh reality. And this is something that I feel that most parents not be able to do it, as it's always not easy to face the harsh truth sometimes. And maybe they might feel that, hey, my children is not ready, but when it's ready, I believe that this is something that is quite remarkable that you did to teach your son in terms of dealing with negativity. So I believe that time is running short. So I think we have room for one more question before we end today's session. So back to Regina. Regina is asking about COVID-19. How did it affect Bennett's study? Did it affect at all? And if it affects, how is it affecting him?
I would think that it's like it definitely affects maybe 10% to 20%, because of him not attending the school himself, and because of all the HBL work, and it definitely affects somehow. But so far, I find that he's still coping quite well, because I don't stress him. I just ask him, finish homework or not? Okay, finish. Okay, fine. Okay. have you finished this? If not, then maybe we can do another day. So just let him, most of the time I just let him relax. And the only time that he feels stressed is when he has to submit his homework to the teacher. And I have to help him to quickly finish up because I need to take photo, scan, and upload all this stuff. The miscellaneous stuff is done by me. I have to help him to assist him to submit the homework to the teacher. That's the only time that he actually find kind of a little bit of stress. And the rest of it, I think he's coping quite okay. Not much of the trouble, except for me. I'm his assistant. So far so good. I find it so far so good.
Yong Tai got one one thing, yeah. So example, if you want to give a statement, right, for your whole journey for your entrepreneurship, what do you want to give and advise the new entrepreneurs about?
What I want to advise the new entrepreneurs about. Like what you said, just be yourself.
It's not my words, man. It's your words.
I think throughout the whole entrepreneurship impact, we have similar things that we will always be saying. Just be yourself and believe in your own passion or what you're wanting to do, rather than you always having in doubt of, are you sure or not this one can? Are you sure or not this one can do it or not? Just do it lah. If you never try, you never know what will be the end result. Just give it a try, and you will never know that maybe in years to come, this will be something really big for all the people to actually follow you. You never know. So just try.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong anyway in entrepreneurship. It's just a matter of whether you want to take up the courage and try and follow your dreams. And of course, hopefully to leverage on someone that you can actually help, because entrepreneurship is never alone. It's always a team. So hopefully we can also leverage on other people's knowledge to work as a team, to work together to fulfill our dreams. Does that answer your question?
Thanks.
I think that's a very important statement to all entrepreneurs that's watching this channel. Entrepreneurship Impacts is about impacting entrepreneurs. And I think Vivian's statement to entrepreneurs are very inspiring in terms of you don't need to follow everybody's steps. Most big businesses, they do things based on what they want it. If not, we'll have the same products and services everywhere we see. But it's because of the idea and belief that they believe in, they make it happen. And of course, what we even mentioned, entrepreneurship is never a alone journey. Most big corporations that we see today is formed of many talents that comes together. And I believe this is what Entrepreneurship Impact is about. Whereby we bring all these experiences to all entrepreneurs out there watching this channel. So before I actually end this channel, entrepreneurship channel, I would like to thank Vivian again for participating in this.
It's actually my honor to be here.
Thank you. Yeah. So I think it's great that we actually learn from her experience, things that probably I might not be able to experience for 20, 30, or maybe forever. I mean, I might not be able to understand how she felt, the struggles that she faced. But through this channel and through her sharing, I learned about her struggles. I learned about the experience that I might not be able to experience it. So of course, Entrepreneurship Impacts, we always have wonderful sharers like today, Vivian, to share with us. And of course, stay tuned to our next few sessions. Next week, we actually have a beauty pageant called Yu Ting sharing with us. So for those that never experienced how beauty pageant is like, I think it's a very good session for you to listen to. And of course,
I want to join.
You need to join for the next session. So of course, if you like all these contents, and if you want to listen to our past contents and past sharers, do subscribe to our social media channels, our YouTube and Facebook, at the link. So if not, Thank you very much. Thanks for attending today. Thanks for spending your evening. Yeah, my name is Charles.
Thank you.
So much for attending. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Oh, gone.